following program is brought to you with limited commercial interruption.
Today's broadcast is being simulcast in broken English.
I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world.
Welcome to the show that we're doing right now.
What the hell are we doing on this show?
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it? Let's go.
What is this?
Giggity, 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 goo.
Who else but
The Q.
it's showtime?
Gentlemen, let's get down to business.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yeah, I can dig it, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Qnow. You're listening to the best pop culture, current events, current affairs show, east or west of that Mississippi River, hailing from the great city of St. Louis and worldwide at theqnow.com. I am your host, Mark Bland, joined today, first off, by my co-host, a man who is here on the weekly to make sure you're all happy, one Mr. Jason Kull. Oh, there you are. There he is. Now, also with us today, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan May has returned.
Yeah.
What is going on, Jonathan May?
Same old.
Yeah.
We've got a tournament of pop culture, and we will discuss the value of the Iowa Caucus for this 2024 election season. And yes, I mean, I have a few things that I want to say about this, obviously, but Jonathan May,
Yo.
you are back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You are ready to rock and roll.
Probably gonna see a lot more of me, you know.
A lot more. You got some time now.
Yeah, I got
Like
time.
tonight or
Don't be afraid. Talking to that microphone so
Definitely
the people
not
can hear you.
tonight.
There you go.
Definitely
See, now we
if
can
you
hear
saw
you.
that last movie, you
Talking
see
about
more than
nudity?
you want to see.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh, a lot more.
Showed his
Yeah,
butt.
my butt was out.
Where did you have like a little
You have a butt double?
little leotard or a little what do they call
I
that
had a
little
reindeer
leopard, like a
thong.
leopard
Oh.
a thong.
I
There
had
we
a
go. That's what I'm
reindeer
talking about. Thong.
Yeah. And it was not movie magic when you see the movie. That
It
was all
wasn't
me,
movie
baby.
magic. That's all
That was
you.
all me, baby.
That
Better
is
be
all you. Okay. All right. Movie magic. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
But
Man, it has been a crazy week. Last week's show was fantastic.
That was
We
so
had
good.
on Keegan Emmert,
yeah, it was so cool.
a magician, street magic like David Blaine.
I saw that trick he did, man. I couldn't see the card
Right?
on your
Nuts.
post. I'm like, it looked like it was an ace. I was like, y'all.
Well, first off, to his defense, to Keegan's defense,
They were
I
crazy
bought a $1 pack of cards from like Five Below. So they were wild.
They had,
First
like,
off, they had like
tigers
tigers
on
on
them.
them. The colors of the deck were like neon pink and blue. Like it wasn't a normal deck. Now, here's the thing. He just told me to go out and buy a random deck. So I was thinking in my mind, all right, I'm going to get something unique, right? His whole thing was, no, I just wanted you to buy something that was like unopened.
My
so that
guy, how
And
is
so
that
I went-
hard? You got to go for a $1 pack?
But it was just $1.
I need go to CVS. Go get the $5 pack. Get the
I'm just
bicycle.
well, listen. Next time I'll get him the red and blacks, like always. That's fine.
Make sure I'm
this
here next
time I
time
made a
because-
mistake, but Keegan
That was
was
fine.
fantastic. He did listen. The trick he did with me that I posted on my TikTok. Not a knock on Jason's trick at all. I feel like the one he did with me is a little bit crazier, just
Considering you were
because
holding it.
I was holding it, and it's literally never changed from between my fingertips the entire time. And I literally watched him show it to me and then go like that and hand me the card, and he didn't slide or pocket, or he had his wrist pulled up. Like there was nothing that went over the top. He just
I gotta
handed the
see
card
this.
and that was it.
I got to see this.
It was nuts. And it did feel like I went back in time. It's like a time warp is what they call the trick. But it did. I felt like we went back in time. It was kind of wild.
Great.
I gotta see that.
It was
But
1996.
but Keegan is amazing. He really is. And I really had a good time, and he had a great attitude. He was a good dude to talk to, so we really appreciated having him on the show.
Yeah.
And then, of course, this week, Jonathan.
Right. You know,
Yeah.
you get to the pinnacle, you just drop. That's
You just
crazy.
drop all the way down to
Gotta
the
deal
guy
with
in the
this guy.
thong with movie magic. See what I'm saying? Right? We went from David Blaine and real street magic to movie magic.
Movie magic.
Like, okay, yeah, just go make sure you go stream that movie. That's it's on newvillage.com.
All right. That's fair.
Triple Xmas.
That's fair. Triple Xmas. We had James Dean on. Good dude.
Yeah.
I need to talk to you off the air about something anyway. That's going to be interesting.
Oh, you like him? You trying to get to know him a little bit more? I can just give you his number now.
It was fun. I
already got his number.
Well, just text him and stop being a punk about it.
No. It's not like
Tell him you
that.
like what you see.
No, I'm going to explain it to you off the air. I think it's something that'll catch your. No, he didn't.
Did he mention me?
Did he mention me? Did he say something?
Did he say anything to you? Come on.
Did he say something about me? Did he say, "Hey, Mark Bland"?
He said he had a good time.
He liked my
Good.
jeans.
He said he had a good time.
Very, very good. We had a good time with James too. He will definitely be back on the show at some
cool.
point. Man, he was a very cool dude. Illinois superstar Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker enrages MAGA by revealing exactly how Donald Trump's big victory in the Iowa primary is actually terrible news for his 2024 campaign. If you ask me, Pritzker absolutely nails this, Jason. I mean, it's nuts. Speaking to MSNBC, the governor pointed out that the poll numbers out of Iowa indicate that many Republicans are not on board with the idea of another Trump term. Almost half of the base of the Republican Party showing up for the caucus voted against Donald Trump. Think about that, said Pritzker. And that is interesting to think about.
That's a great point.
I think that it is telling, he went on. It tells you the weakness of Donald Trump, also the opportunity for Democrats, because in the end, look, if the base doesn't turn out for Donald Trump in the general election enthusiastically and Democrats turn out its base, this is all about, independents. And independents don't like Donald Trump.
No,
they don't.
And it was a far lower turnout than 2016.
I heard something weirdly.
Because it was cold as hell out there, right?
Possibly.
Yeah, it's Iowa, though.
Somebody said something about your Nikki Haley style Republicans might actually be willing to vote for a Biden to avoid a Trump. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, she's got those type of Republicans that are liking her.
Did you see that clip of
like
the guy?
John Shepard. John Shepard's the type of Republican that likes a Nikki Haley. Yeah.
But did you see that clip of that guy where they asked him, if Trump's the nominee, what will you do? And he said, vote for Biden. And the Fox guy was like, okay, back to the studio.
That's hilarious. He explained that the primaries tend to bring out the most hardcore politically engaged voters. The fact that roughly half of them do not support Trump is ultimately a great sign for President Biden. And I agree with this. This is something that you have to look at. Like 38% between DeSantis, Haley, and Ramsway is what the other half was when it came to the voting. And so, like, when you're looking at almost 40% of Republicans that are saying, hey, listen, we are not on board with the idea of Trump. Like, 60% are on board with the idea of Trump, and that's fine.
And it's like Jonathan said, it was like 8 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
So only the hardcore came out, and half of the hardcore went somewhere else.
Which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I saw how they decided to do their balloting for the caucus.
Write it down.
Now, let me explain something to you. If you go onto any news service or media company, TV station or website or radio station, it doesn't matter. All the Republicans have been doing for the last few years is complaining about election fraud and how we need tighter and more secure elections that are done properly. Their idea of caucusing for Donald Trump was a brown paper bag you would throw your sandwich at the roofing job in on the seat of your truck, and a piece of paper where you just took a pen and wrote a name on it. And that was it. That was it. Now, I'm not saying that the idea of doing that to vote is bad. We've all played games with 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds at birthday parties, okay?
There we go.
But at the same point...
Voter fraud. Trump didn't win.
But at the same point, it's voter fraud, and they want the most secure elections, except for they don't do anything to secure any of their style of elections. It's because it's all about feelings. It's all about emotion. It's not... Trump doesn't represent some ideology in finance that these people believe in. They don't know of anything really with Trump in his name on it that they really believe in. They just know about his casinos from back in the 80s and 90s. Like, that's about it in the TV show.
It says funny
They
things.
really don't. And they know that he was a president and that a lot of liberals don't like him. And that's the part. Liberals don't like him, so therefore I will like him to do it out of spite.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't care
if you want your country to go down that road, you're kind of stupid. You're just kind of a moron. Nikki or Ron should just come out and declare that they won Iowa, Jason. Follow Trump's example.
Frankly,
Give him a taste of his own medicine. That's literally what they should do. I won. I had 25%. I just won. And then no matter what Trump says, you just keep claiming I won the Iowa caucus. And then, you know what? Claim election fraud. Claim caucus fraud. Claim that stuff. He also said, you can sit home. If you're sick as a dog, you say, darling, I got to make it. Trump said at an Indianola rally this past Sunday, even if you vote and then pass away, it's worth it. Remember.
Right? That's what he thinks about you.
It's just one more in a lifetime of saying effed up things, but I still can't get over the absolute callousness of this quote from Donald Trump. Republicans have not won the popular vote since 2004, Jay. They are not the majority in the United States of America. That is one thing that Biden can pride himself on. They are not the majority. Now, we're going to have to get out there and vote, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Listeners of the Q Show, all of your friends, all of your family. I am the first to come on this show, and Jonathan was around the last time we were talking about Trump.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, I was.
Jonathan
Yes, I
was around the last time we were talking about Trump.
Those were the
Before
days.
that, the early Trump
Remember
days.
the old days.
Jonathan was around those times, too. Jason was around.
I was.
We have watched this happen. We cannot underestimate Donald Trump. I'm sorry.
No,
You're not going to get that from us. So when we say you need to get out there and vote, you need to tell your friends, your family, everybody that you know, you need to do that. That is imperative.
Yeah.
And by the way, like I said, on this show, I don't judge who you vote for. If Jonathan May wants to vote for Donald Trump or Jason Call wants to vote for Joe Biden or I want to vote for Bernie Sanders, I don't.
right.
I listen. You have a right as an American citizen to vote for who you feel deserves to run this country. Now, I do have a question. Let's say Donald Trump wins.
Ugh. It's all over.
How do you feel? How do you feel
It'll be tough.
for you at this moment, looking forward? How do you feel about the idea of Donald Trump as president of the United States of America? First off, what if he starts to do crazy things within our society, our citizens, but within them that are like over the top, like dragging somebody off the street against their will, no reason or rhyme. There's just like grabbing people literally right in front of you. Like, how will you react as a human being to that? Are you going to be like, that's fine because he's the president and he can get away with it? Or are you going to be like, no, I'm not going to let this guy push me around? Like, I'm interested because I feel like that's a conversation that needs to be thought about.
Or one of his supporters kills someone and he pardons him while in office.
Yeah.
I guarantee that happens.
Yeah, think about that.
Like, they'll kill someone. Like, they'll show up at, like, a Black Lives Matter rally and kill a couple people, and he'll let them off.
Hey, what is this, the dark episode today?
No, it's
Jesus.
not the dark episode.
He will.
That gives me
But no,
no,
I'm just curious. Jonathan, how do you feel about a Donald Trump winning presidency of the United States?
It's
again?
horrible, man. It's like going through a divorce. Like, we just divorced this guy. And if he got back in, it's like, oh, you just married my best friend?
Will you
now I got to see this all day long?
Now, question, will you pay him any attention or any mind directly?
No.
Or will you...
I gave him enough energy the first term. I would not.
Now, what
give
if he
him any-
starts instituting things and rules that do affect your day-to-day life as an American citizen? Like things that do change your opinion or bother you, annoy you, or things like, how will you react to that? Because we're all adults. We're all grown men here.
I'm just going to pull out my Africa card. Nigeria is taking all black Americans right now and giving them citizenship. You know what?
You want to go to Nigeria? You want to be a Nigerian prince?
Hey, 4 years.
Hey.
I
you
know
might get
an
an email
I
from
got an
me.
email
You might
from
get an
you.
email from
Yeah.
me, baby.
You needed my help stashing some money or something.
I can't do
remember
4 more
that.
years. I mean, I could tolerate
I should've
it.
done that.
I've tolerated bad presidents before. I mean, we go through bad times, but I mean to double up on it, man. That's like getting shot in the foot and 2 days later getting shot in the other one. Like,
And the problem with this one, boys and girls,
Doing the same thing.
Right.
You know?
the problem with this one, boys and girls, is that the rhetoric coming out of the individual's mouth, the things that he is saying and doing while on the campaign trail, the things that he's allowing himself to just blurt out in town hall press conferences on Fox News and other things.
That's what he's
Some
saying
of
in
it
public.
sounds really kind of over the top. Like when you make a comment, I'll be a dictator, but only on day one.
Right.
Okay, that doesn't sound like I want you to be my president of the United States. And I don't care if you were Donald Trump or somebody else. I don't care who it is. If Joe Biden said that, I would not want Joe Biden to be the president of the United States.
I think I would feel the same way if Ron or Nikki won. I would still have that same feeling.
You would still like a bad feeling in your gut.
I mean,
I feel like with Nikki, it would be a little bit more mundane. She'd be the first female president. That would be a big deal. They would play off of that. A lot of people would probably rein her in a little bit and be like, "Hey, listen, because you're like Barack." Like, because he's the first black president, she'd be the first female president. That's a big deal.
Nikki ain't
like,
winning.
You're going to have to rein yourself in a little bit, and she will probably in that first term, or potentially if it's her only term.
Nikki ain't winning.
She's been caught being stupid too much.
She ain't winning because of white men.
Now, here's what is impressive:
No way they vote for her.
27%, 8% for Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, right. He's the most boring.
Or it was 25, somewhere around it.
obnoxious
Still,
person ever.
how did Ron DeSantis in Iowa? Ladies and gentlemen, these are the guys that get busloads of migrants. They take them from this city down here. They complain about illegals in our country, but then they bust them to parts of our country like Iowa or Chicago or whatever.
Right.
And then they don't understand the optics of what they just did. Looks like they're idiots. Like,
Well, that's the thing
they
about it.
say they hate illegal immigration and then they just help it along.
One
That's
of the two
stupid.
gonna get nominated. He's gonna be Ryan or it's gonna be Trump, and I'm telling you, it's because of white men going out there to vote. But at the same time, you're married to these white women. They go out, well, I'm putting my vote in for Nikki. No, you're not, because we get home, I'm beating your butt if you do. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of people we dealing with down in Florida, all the kind of places,
Like,
man.
did you see where Nikki?
Do you think
Haley-
there's a lot of dudes
Yes.
threatening their wives
Absolutely.
verbally
Oh,
about
probably.
politics?
On the MAGA side, for
Come
sure.
on, man. I seen dudes hit their wife because they didn't get a beer because their football team was losing. Well,
Well,
I
yeah,
said
sure.
Bud Light. What is this? You know?
No.
You know?
I agree with you. I've seen that myself.
Right.
But speaking of Nikki, did you see Nikki Haley when she was asked, did she think of when someone said that she said that Hillary was a great inspiration, and she's like, I've never said that. There's like a 5-minute video
Of her just going on.
saying it over and over again in different interviews on different shows.
What's her real
in
last name?
speeches.
Why
Can we
do
start
these?
Yeah, it's like
calling her by
Namrata
her
or
real
something like
last
that?
name? Can we start doing that?
Yeah, her
Why
real
do
name's
these
like Namrata or something.
Right.
people in 2024 don't understand the damn internet that's in their pocket on a daily
Right?
basis?
Right.
Listen,
Those things
I-
pointed at you are cameras.
hold on. Shh. Everybody quiet. Shh. I got to shh. Everybody shh. Everybody quiet. Listen, here we are. Check it out. I'm going to give you a piece of advice. It's amazing. The internet never forgets anything. Anything at all, Jonathan. Anything at all, Jason. It never forgets anything. And listen, if you put a video clip of you doing anything up on the internet, it is on the internet.
Forever.
It's there.
Forever.
We're going to take a quick break here on the Q Now. When we come back, more with myself, Jonathan May, and Jay Skull will be back right after this. 1280 a.m. KYRO. News Radio, KYRO.com. 102.5 FM, WIBH. Morning, 7 to 9 a.m. every Saturday. Welcome back to the Q Now. Mark Bland, Jonathan May, and Jason Call. We're all hanging out. We're talking a little politics. I brought up the Iowa caucuses. We were discussing the Iowa caucuses. And these evangelicals regarding this, they crack me up. They say they believe in the Bible and Scripture.
Right.
Then they turn right around and vote for a convicted rapist, con artist, defaming slime-mouthed man who is out on bond for 91 felony counts, ladies and gentlemen,
5 kids with 3 different women.
that he still has to answer for, by the way.
It's like the Sean Kemp of politics.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, this-
If a similar guy with no name had lived next door to any one of these people, they'd have railroaded him out of town long
yeah.
ago.
Oh, yeah.
Long ago, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
You are
Of
still,
course they
listen,
would.
Jason, were you the one who brought up sundown towns in Missouri? Like there's still sundown towns here?
We've talked about
we
that
still
before.
have those in Missouri?
Oh, yeah, there are
they just
still
never
towns
formally
that are
took it
not
off the books.
formally considered sundown because they don't have signs posted like that, but they still are technically sundown towns.
Boot Hill, right?
Oh, yeah, but no, it's Missouri. Listen, there is something going on with the people. Listen, I love all of you out there in Radio Land. I think all of our listeners, all the listeners, KYRO, WIBH, doesn't matter where we're at. If you're listening in your car in Miami right now, you're in a mall and there's an alien running around in front of it and there's 9,000 cop cars. Like, I don't care where you're at right now.
One picture of it, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yep. All the high-definition cop cameras on their chest all around it. No video camera of it. No high-def.
Right.
Of course. Every time. But we talked about it on a couple shows ago. Not last week, but a couple shows ago. There is this problem in America with Republicans.
Big problem.
Their problem is they just don't care. That's what it really comes down to at the end of all of it.
It is.
It comes down to whether a person will care or not. And the things they choose to care about, or at least flash the sign of caring about, pedophiles,
are they
things with young kids.
That's so
anything
odd,
with genitalia. Who's got genitalia? How they use that genitalia? Where that genitalia has been? Will that genitalia be around? Like, they care about genitalia and sex a lot. Oh, I got my son on my sex crew with me. Like, he sees all my websites where I do my sex porn.
Stop me from watching all that porn.
He's got to stop me. He's 16 years old. He knows exactly what Dad likes when it comes to his porn selection. Right? You guys are weird people.
You're odd people.
Definitely. You really are. And you always try to, like, beat your chest with the whole LEO, military appreciation side of things and stuff like this. You always try to pretend like you're always sharing these sites there. These guys are taking down the next predator, like to catch a predator. Like, you're always sharing those things, but you're not any of those people. You're the ones worried about genitalia.
Right. You know what's weird?
You're literally going to go into work after you post some BS like that on your web. You're going to go into work the next day and you're going to talk to people about, hey, trans people and how you hate them and they shouldn't exist on this earth. They should all just kill themselves and stupid stuff like that. You'll say dumb stuff like that. It's just ridiculous and should get you fired, honestly. But you'll say dumb stuff like that, and it's stupid. It's dangerous. Go ahead, Jay.
I could speak for myself and probably you guys. I don't like pedophiles, right? You don't.
Right.
You don't.
Right.
Nobody likes pedophiles, guys. Nobody.
But
pedophiles
they
like
are
pedophiles.
so crazy. It's crazy.
It's on their mind too much.
Crazy. Like, you'll see it in their bios on Twitter.
Right.
Yeah.
On their bio, like, it'll say, like, I hate pedophiles. It's like, what are you doing?
Anti-kidnapping, anti-this, anti-that. It's like, you're anti just life.
Pizzagate, all that stuff.
Yeah, and then they'll talk to each other on Twitter, and they're so odd. It's so weird. Like, I don't understand it. Like, I don't like it. Of course, it's disgusting. Right. But why are you like why does it take up all your time? It's weird. It's almost like they're daydreaming about it.
By the way, a little piece of something that I found out. Prince William County, somewhere up that way,
up the parts,
admits their election tally in the 2020 shorted Joe Biden.
Wow.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we got election fraud.
We have election fraud where Joe Biden was shorted votes that he got, that he legally earned. He was shorted votes. Now, we know that Joe Biden's president of the United States. Let me be the first, along with Jonathan and Jason here, to help all of you out there process this the way a liberal or a moderate would process this, okay? Joe Biden's president of the United States. It doesn't matter now that election tally was shorted at all for Joe Biden.
Yeah.
No one's going to care about it, and we're going to move on. We're not going to talk about election fraud. We're not going to bring up all this stuff in the national media. We're not going to turn it into a big story. It's not going to be people. We're not going to have Marjorie Taylor Greene or people of the same. We're not going to have Ilhan Omar out in the middle of the street talking about let's walk to the Capitol, let's protest it. Like, no, you won't.
On my moose hat.
You won't
Right.
have any of that. You're not
shaman.
Yep, you're not going to have anything with a shaman or anything like that. You're just going to have us go, okay, that sucks. It's obvious election fraud. It needs to be prosecuted.
Right.
But at the same point, does it matter? No. And here's the thing. We're not sitting here saying that we hate Donald Trump and we don't think he deserves to be president of the United States.
I'm saying that.
Because, jeez, you got to let me finish this.
I'm just letting you know.
He's like, wait a minute, no.
Get it in, because I'm definitely saying that. Just trying to get it in. That's all.
That's like the meme that I saw of the girl in the wheelchair that was like one of those, what do they call that, where you can split it and you can do another video right next to it.
Yeah, the duo.
The duo or whatever like that. And so it was a girl in a wheelchair going, tell me one thing that you think I can't stand, and then it cut her to a guy that said up.
Oh my God.
Hey, do you see my point? Like that is just
my
that's
God.
wild.
Wow,
That's wild.
They should have never gave you out the internet. That is hard.
You know, me and Jason were talking off the air.
We were.
It's very interesting that you mentioned this because I got a great idea for a
interesting, or he's part of it.
It's possible. I've got an interesting idea for a movie that I pitched to Jason. The idea of
Don't
this.
tell it in public.
Oh, you don't want me to tell it?
No, take it.
But if I take it,
this is
this is
time
recorded and timestamped.
Yeah.
Like this is.
You better not steal Mark's idea.
Yeah, that's the best. The best thing to do is to say I have it right here. Here's the audio of me having the conversation.
Internet overload.
And I have 2 witnesses.
Yeah, this is a good idea.
But no. The idea. So nobody ever thinks about this, but this could turn into a conspiracy. But I think it's one of those conspiracies where it's legit. Like it could truly exist. It's not like aliens and Bigfoot and stuff like that. No. It's the idea that because the internet is a decentralized thing, technically, there has to be potentially, imagine if there was a place somewhere that had every single website timestamped in order that has ever been associated with you. Every website you've ever been to on every cell phone device, on every computer or laptop associated with you, those websites, it's a list of yours, and it is seriously timestamped every second of the day that you were on the website. I bet you that sounds a little far-fetched, except for the idea that it wouldn't take anything to set up the server and let it naturally auto-record over the internet that we don't control. None of us control it, right? None of us technically have any control. We just use it. So it could be filtering our information, whether we like it or not, pulling it out of our computers. They can put all the blockers they want. They just have that ability. They just have that ability, and it just takes every timestamp. Every website and everything you ever looked at, there's even videos associated.
Anything of that,
like
Jonathan?
But
I don't like it.
our movie goes Tom Cruise wise, and he's got to take it down like goes Protocol 2. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like there's an evil guy that's going to utilize the information that's on that server.
Yeah,
like it's a big deal.
It's all guns sound like.
But at the same point, that idea could legitimately exist already.
It probably
because
there's no way.
Exactly, as Jonathan just said,
it probably does.
It probably does. Most people that hear me say that will probably say it probably does.
How many times you watched a crime show where they went through somebody's phone when they thought, I deleted everything. Oh no, you never delete everything on a phone.
Just like,
exactly,
we can find it.
Just like Jason Whitlock. Everyone's gonna figure out what targeted advertisement is.
Right.
Did you see him?
Right.
Did you see that on Twitter?
I can't stand
targeted advertisement. What are you talking about?
Did you see on Twitter? So Jason Whitlock, who's
I know
giant,
Jason.
giant jerk.
He's a
loser as can be. Posted a screenshot.
I don't like you
of
either,
him
Jason.
on ESPN looking up scores, and above it is like I'm assuming a gay porn or gay dating site type ad, and he's like, "Is this appropriate?" Or ESPN? Well, it was on there because his search history must have something to do with homosexuality.
Right.
Because it's a targeted ad. Because it's a banner ad on ESPN. It's not. It's different for everyone.
You always feel like your cell phone or your computer's watching you because you
I
was thinking about this. Here's an ad.
And that's what it is.
Can me and Black America have a serious conversation for a second?
He put that in public and got outed.
I know, Jonathan, that you are black and you might represent the.
You want me to speak for Black Americans?
Yeah,
you might.
You have to.
No. He might speak up anyway, but I need to have a conversation with Black America and Black culture right now.
Oh my! What is this? You better be careful with your words.
Conservative Black men are ridiculous.
Oh, you can have them. You can go.
Seriously,
cut loose.
Listen. You
everything but the N-word. Cut loose on them. Go.
Your Charleston Whites, all of that crap.
Oh,
you guys are losers, and you actually do a disservice to the Black community. If your number one complaint for all of eternity has been the white man is the devil and he's the one who enslaved you, so you need to make sure that you don't act anything like the white man. Those dudes are literally Uncle Toms, and they act like the white man who's a racist idiot.
Well, they're following
the
orange man.
Hey, listen, a Charleston White, and I'm just using him as an example. I'm not going to point out anyone specific. I'm talking to all of them that are conservative and act this way. They all have this attitude about them, like they've got something figured out, and they never have anything figured out.
You ever notice that you're never like, oh, man, when you find out someone's like a super conservative, whacked out person?
You never are.
You're always like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, no, I'm surprised by a couple of them. But the ones I've been surprised by are the white males.
Who were you surprised by?
Kevin Sorbo.
Kevin Sorbo. Oh, yeah.
Kevin Sorbo.
Well, the people that are in unique spots in life that you wouldn't necessarily think, like a Roseanne when she lost her show.
Roseanne,
because she like
Scott Baio.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's those individuals. Yeah, exactly. The ones that are like, hey, if you just shut up and just do your thing, you'd be good, and you could still vote however you want, and you don't have to be involved in all like in the face of it. Because listen, there are politically active actors out there who are Republicans, but they are not on social media spewing all their mouth off like James Woods all the time.
They're not trying to mess up their bread.
They're not. And guess what? They have successful careers.
Right.
They do their thing.
That's the one thing they always have in common is they've been gone for a long time.
Right.
And you're like, whoa, he's here.
But anyway,
Dean Cain. I can go all day with these.
But you're right. But here's the thing. Similar to those people that you just mentioned, black men who just over-espouse the Trump stuff or go out of their way to like make it a part of their identity like this. I don't
get it.
It's obvious that you're playing. You're dancing a jig. Sorry. That's what you're doing. You're literally dancing for the puppet master because you think that's what people... Now, listen, I'm a moderate. Jonathan knows this. Jason knows this. Yep. I pull from both sides. There are times I agree with... Wow. There are things that I agree with when it comes to conservative side of things. But at the same point, the things that I agree with on the conservative side are within reason.
Yeah, I only agree with like putting people in jail.
Listen, things are within reason. Hey, listen, if you want to lock the border down, let's lock the border down. Let's stop playing games. Literally, guys, I've been listening about the border of the United States of America now for like 2 straight decades, solid, especially since 9/11, okay? I've heard about this border a gajillion times. Let's lock it down. End of story. Get everyone their AR-15s or M16s, send them out to the border, and if anyone comes across the border at all, shoot to kill. That's it. And then I guarantee you after the first 30, probably it'll take about 30, but once those first 30 are gone and dead and they make the news every night for a month straight, I promise you, everyone will back off the United States border. Right. There'll be no one who comes across it. Now, yes, 30 people will die. I'm not asking for that 30 people to die. I don't want 30 people to die. But if this is how we're going to secure this border to make everyone happy, the way you all want to have it, fine. I don't have a problem with it because it doesn't affect my life or Jonathan's life. Like, we live in Missouri. Yeah. We have our own jobs. We host shows on radio stations. We're not at the border worried about if Pedro got over.
Nobody coming through my backyard.
But they always, what they say, I saw the Republicans mad. They said they caught 300 known terrorists last year coming across the border.
Yeah, they're so angry about it.
They're so angry.
They're mad about it.
Yeah.
I mean, that is almost one a day, my
Hold
guy.
that point.
What's
Hold
wrong
that
with
point.
you?
Hold that point. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, Jonathan, we're going to talk a little bit about that. I like what you're talking about there, okay? We'll be back on the Qnow after this.
Whoop, whoop.
This mic is too high. Drop it. Yeah.
Yeah. I just been living la vida bankroll. How the saying go, got it flooded.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Qnow. You're listening to myself, Mark Bland, that man over there, Jason Call, as well as our guest today, Jonathan May, hanging out with you guys, talking a little bit about politics. Did you guys hear about the Kentucky Republican who was trying to push the bill to make sex with your first cousin not incest? This is what this party is. We were talking about the weird, over-the-top stuff.
Did it come across his desk or he made this?
No, he created a bill. These
I want
people are
everyone
nuts.
to leave me alone.
All his cousins need to be looking out.
I want this to be legal.
All his female cousins need to be looking out right now. He did it for a reason.
They're probably like, go ahead,
It's what
Curtis.
he want to get.
You know, something popped into my head, and I want to ask you guys about it because there's things people never think about, like women's restrooms have couches in them. I don't know if you know that out there.
do.
A lot of dudes
true.
haven't ever been in women's restrooms, and I happen to have been standing around talking to a group of dudes. One of the younger guys made a comment that he had never been in a woman's restroom, and I had made a comment about couches, and he said, "A couch in a restroom?" And I'm like, "Oh, dude, way more often than you know, women's restrooms got couches, and they also congregate in there, and then they have we just have a sink with a mirror most of the time, and that's it."
If they don't have a family restroom, then they'll put that stuff in the women's restroom.
Bro, sometimes they got another lady in there giving out mints and perfume, and
there's a few, there's the guys like that in Chicago.
Now,
There's a lot of places.
when I thought about that, gentlemen, I happened to be using the restroom earlier today.
Ooh, good.
Now, something that dudes have normalized for their own lives,
Yeah, we do it all the time.
and that we understand, but we never talk about
Yeah, I do it
because it's not a part of the normal day to day.
I do it like 40 times a day.
Okay, is the idea that the bowl is like a target.
Ooh.
And on the target, sometimes things get stuck to the side of the wall.
Yeah, poop.
And if you got to go pee and you
Yeah, knock
see
it off.
something stuck
it's got to go.
to the side of the wall,
Knock it off.
you're going to use your hose
It's got to go.
We're all in this together.
to knock it off. Now, listen, that is every dude on planet Earth is like that, okay?
have to.
That's how many times we pee.
just
That's
have
how
to.
much. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's but it's unheard of. Like, if you tell women this, because they don't know. They always sit down to pee.
Right.
So they have no idea about what we're talking about. It's not their type of thing. Right. Dudes, because of their perspective of when they're using the restroom, it's a game.
They should let us come over.
What
and we'll
other
take it out
kind
for
of things in life are unspoken, but if you mention it or bring it up, it's like, oh, well, of course. Yeah, these things exist. Yeah, that happens. But nobody ever really talks about it because it's just not one of those things typically talked about.
Plastic bags.
Plastic bags. What do you mean?
Every black family that I know, including me, there is a drawer somewhere in the kitchen that is stuffed with nothing but plastic bags.
Yeah, I have a win.
Black families are
no.
Hold on. Black families.
I have tons of plastic
socks.
bags.
Wearing socks indoors at all times.
Yeah, I don't wear socks indoors.
No. Listen, everybody wears socks.
Right.
But the difference between black culture and all the other cultures, typically, obviously, Asians like to take their shoes off in every place.
White women love walking around barefoot.
But black people rarely will get out of bed if their feet are bare without grabbing a pair of socks to throw on real quick before they walk across
You walk
all
around
the
your
floor.
house barefoot?
At times it
You
happens.
gonna catch a cold, baby. What's wrong with you?
Do you see my
You better
point?
put some damn
A
socks
lot of
on your
people
feet.
don't understand that
What's wrong
this
with
is
you?
a black culture thing. Like, this is not other cultures, but they put a preference on it. And listen, I had a friend of mine. He refused to go out to the mailbox, to run and get the stuff for his mom before he put his just socks on, socks
you can't
to
let
run
your feet-
outside. And I was like, why don't you just run out there and not get? He's like, nah, man, you can't do that. I'm like, what?
Stuff back in there.
Tear up your
You do
sock.
that with
Are
the
you
sock.
telling me you walk
You're gonna
around
drag.
barefoot in your house, then get your butt in your bed and go to sleep? Them nasty feet that you just had walking around all over the place? My mom will whoop your ass right now. I'm trying to say, that is horrible.
Did you just say curse words on an FCC station?
Oh, my
This is
Lord.
ridiculous.
Hey, that word
sir.
is in the Bible. I thought
true.
that was allowable.
Yeah, I
Dang,
wouldn't say anything
you better
in the
You're a
time-
ridiculous ass for
Better time-
saying that, is what you are.
Okay, so I guess it is allowable, huh?
Well,
All right.
so bad.
Put some socks on, Mike. Dang.
I'm wearing socks.
But is there anything else? Okay, so you got the bags. We said the socks. Is there anything else?
You got a sauce drawer? Every time
Nah, I
you
don't
get
have a sauce
Oh, you mean where you put the packets in?
all the packets
Okay,
in
now
there.
hold on.
At
That's a good
workplaces-
one.
workplaces.
That's a good one because that one, Jonathan, actually, that does fall into white community at times. Okay. But the problem is it requires a specific style of white person. There is a specific dude, most of the time bald. The person is usually a bald person. They're overly aggressive in a lot of cases. And they will they will keep all their Taco Bell, all of their sauce packets from Arby's. It don't matter what place it is.
Never know
They're
they don't
keeping all of them, and they got a drawer, and they're using them all the time. But they're using them all the time. Like, that does exist. That does exist.
Right.
Now, every white family I know, this could be black, this could be other cultures too, has a junk drawer.
Oh, I
the
have a
drawer
junk
where
drawer.
you just
Yep.
throw stuff
Everything's
into
in
it.
there.
Like
You
I'll
need
tell you
something,
what,
look
that-
there first.
When it comes to my family, that's a mixture of the sauce drawer. So you
yeah,
can
it can
oh,
be
so
there.
the sauce drawer and the junk
You
drawer
might
are
find a
mixed.
screwdriver, an eyeglass fixing kit. You gonna get some sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's.
Right.
You gonna have that mustard, the good mustard from White Castle, the
Hot mustard, the hot mustard.
the horseradish mustard. You
Oh,
know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Oh, yeah,
All
the
good stuff in
Dijon,
that
the
bad boy.
Dijon.
What do you
All
think
that
is
stuff in there.
the hardest fast food restaurant to get condiments from? Like they're kind of
Captain D's,
like they act
they give me
standoffish about
a
it.
problem every time when I ask for extra tartar sauce. I had the manager look behind like, "Who's asking for extra tartar sauce, bro?
Can I ask?
You got a whole. What are you doing?"
Can you gentlemen give me a verification on this one real quick?
Man.
Yeah.
When you get charged for an extra sauce packet, what's the look on your face like?
I haven't
Like,
had that happen
I
before.
always go, what?
No, I look
Why
at it-
are you charging me for sauce
I look at it
packets?
like,
Like, just throw me some hot and mild, man.
I give him
Right?
that little like, what you? This 50 cent about to break me?
No.
Get out.
Wait, no. That's not it, though.
It's just the
50
idea.
cents for another McDonald's barbecue sauce. It's like you just threw
Yeah.
6 in the bag for that guy. Why can't you throw 2 more
Like-
for me?
Peeling ranch away from a McDonald's employee. McDonald's employees must get paid by how much ranch they have left at the end of the day.
Do they have a ranch issue? Because I never
do
look,
try
guys.
to
Guys,
get it from 'em,
guys,
but
I
you
don't.
ask for it,
I'm
they'll
not.
give you one.
Hold on, I'm not a ranch guy, so I never
I
ask
get
for
sweet and
ranch.
sour, so I get a problem with the sweet and sour. all
You get
the
a
time.
problem with the sweet and
I get
sour?
a problem with the
I
sweet
do
and
get the
sour.
teriyaki from Jack in the Box
It
sometimes.
seems like the only thing McDonald's is willing to just give is barbecue sauce and ketchup. Anything else you ask for, they're like,
I got
know,
Captain
man.
D's though. I fixed they butt, man. I started going inside. So you go inside, you got to get your own sodas, and they got the condiments on the side. But they have a tub of tartar sauce that you got to pump if you're gonna stay in and eat.
That's how like Long
So
John
what I
Silver's is.
do now, I go and I say, hey, let me get a cup for water. I get that small cup. I go in and I
dump
pump
it.
that thing with nothing but tartar sauce.
You should put a lid and a straw in it.
Yeah,
see if
put a
you can get
lid.
someone to
I act
drink
like
it.
I'm drinking it. I act like I'm drinking it. I put a lid in the straw to act like I'm drinking it, baby.
I learned a special technique trick to open up those little tartar cups, to make them wider so that you can hold more sauce in them. I thought it was one of the coolest things I ever learned.
It ain't better than a cup, baby. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, well, no.
Give me a courtesy cup for this water.
I just found out today that Jonathan's insane.
Jonathan's insane because he fills cups with ranch.
Tartar sauce,
He's
not
so
ranch.
angry.
Tartar sauce.
He's so angry with it. And he's like,
He's angry.
He's like, I'm taking
He's angry because
all the tartar.
hold on.
Captain
He's angry
D's
because he
getting
doesn't
upset.
have mayonnaise with pickle bits in it. He's like, why don't you got mayonnaise and pickle
great.
bits?
And
Tartar
he's got
sauce,
like
something else.
subterfuge with it. He's gonna pretend.
What
he's
is in
drinking
tartar
it.
sauce? What is tartar sauce?
Isn't
It's
that
mayonnaise
it?
and pickle bits,
It's
right?
mayonnaise and relish. Yeah.
And relish. That's
But-
weird.
But they,
Why
but
do you need relish
they have
on
the
fish?
Best one. They have
It
the
is
best
good,
one
though.
around.
But why do you need relish on fish?
You know, Long John Silver's has
That's
really
disgusting.
Good, a really good tartar sauce.
Tartar
too.
sauce is horrible.
Nobody's
No.
beating Captain
No,
D's.
tartar sauce
Nobody's
is an
Some is.
abomination. Listen,
Well,
tartar
you need
sauce
store-bought
is a
stuff.
condiment
Yeah, right.
that
It's
will
horrible.
split
No.
the base.
No, you get a
Literally,
nice
either
creamy
you
tartar
are
sauce.
for tartar sauce or you're against it. There's no in between.
You're not putting it on a hot dog. What are you
Listen,
talking about?
wait,
It's only for
nope.
fish.
I got one.
It's only for cod.
It's just like horseradish. Either you're in horseradish or you're out. Like
Well, I
there is
like
no in
horseradish.
between.
Yeah.
I like
I
horseradish,
happen to be in
but
it.
I am not in for tartar sauce or
tripping.
malt vinegar.
You tripping.
Get out of here.
I'm not a big malt vinegar guy.
Disgusting.
Unless I'm having.
Man, put that malt vinegar in
On-
that tartar sauce with a little bit of hot sauce and mix it
oh
up.
my God,
I'm
what
trying
you
to
doing
tell you,
there?
I'm going to change your mind.
Jonathan-
Like malt vinegar is good
You know
on
what?
Penn Station fries.
You know
You're
what?
not a secret.
Jonathan's over here putting ketchup on steak. I can
secret.
see it right now. He's a monster. You're right. He's a psychopath.
Hey, I just fixed
You
the
put
steak before
ketchup
I
on your
came here.
steak?
No, I just fixed the steak before I get. I smoked that bad boy for an hour.
Ooh,
Man,
never had a
seasoned
smoked steak.
perfect.
The way
You
that
never
you
had smoked steak?
presented that to us with the
great.
finger, with the
It's
yeah, you're almost like
delicious.
you're like
Delicious.
you're like
Cause
Salt
I
Bay,
marinated
Salt Bay,
that
you
bad
Salt
boy.
Bay right
I
now.
marinated for like 2 hours and threw it out there on that smoke for about an hour. That thing
wow.
was delicious.
Just slice that thing into
Did you
pieces,
put-
put it on a little taco.
Did you put pellets or wood in? Or
I got a
just use
pellet
the
grill.
heat?
Oh, you
I
got
the
that
pellet grill.
Did you
Traeger,
turn
huh?
it on or
No,
just use
no, I
the
don't get
heat?
the Traeger. I got the Pit Boss.
Oh,
Did
pit
you just
boss.
use the heat or did you actually smoke it?
Just actually smoke it. I
Ooh,
cover
wow.
that. Yeah, I don't let the fire hit it. Just let the smoke hit. That's why it's got to be out there for
Do
an
we
hour.
use pineapple at all?
For
I don't know.
no.
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Did you put
I'm
pineapple?
just throwing pineapple out
Hey,
there.
back to me and Jason. We've had a conversation. What's up with this guy?
You're a
Jason?
psychopath.
Jason,
What the
what's this
hell? Why would he want to talk
Hey,
to
this
your
is the
nuts?
last tip I'm gonna give you out today when it comes to food.
You got a tip for us. Oh, wait, no, hold on. You just recommended tartar sauce.
Just
I
the
hate
tip.
it.
Last
Go
tip.
on.
This
Go
is-
on.
This involves tartar
Come
sauce.
on, Guy
This involves-
Fieri.
Go to McDonald's.
Yeah, what's up with your frosted
that's your
tips?
tip
You
on
still got
cooking?
those?
Yeah, I'm gonna get them
Your tip
Okay.
on cooking is
Come
go
on,
to
Guy
McDonald's?
Fieri.
Hey, go to McDonald's.
Go to McDonald's.
No. This is like a secret meal.
This is like an In-N-Out burger
Get
thing.
you a quarter pounder.
Get a quarter
with
pounder.
cheese.
Yes.
Get you a fish fillet. Tell them you want raw onions, extra raw onions, and extra tartar sauce.
I
on that
hate
fish fillet.
onions.
You combine them.
Hate onions.
So then, you take off the top of that
That's
quarter
a
pounder.
sandwich they used to have.
Put
all the
that
time.
fish fillet patty on top of that meat patty and scrape
that
all the
good?
tartar sauce on top of it and smash it back down. And cut it in half and eat that burger. I guarantee you be the best burger you ever
Sounds
had.
disgusting.
Now,
Surf and
here's
surf,
the
baby.
problem. Here's the
Surf and
problem.
surf.
Oh,
it is
good.
delicious.
You literally,
Yeah.
it is technically
Yeah.
a surf and turf, but
Surf and surf,
here's the problem. You've offered up tartar sauce. You've thrown diced onion now, which is even more horrible. To me,
Sliced
that's even worse.
silver onion,
I'll at
baby.
least eat a teaspoon of tartar sauce before I'll chew on a raw onion.
Who
Like,
just eats tartar sauce by itself? What are you, a masochist? What is wrong
I
with you?
just said I would rather do that than
How's
eat.
that even
Well,
an
why would you
option?
eat a raw onion anyway?
Rather than eat a raw onion. What is wrong with you two?
You've got to put an onion on food.
Wait,
I mean, I'll eat a raw
wait.
onion
Now
on
you're
food.
looking at me like I'm crazy, and
Well,
it's
you're
like I
talking
said
about
just
eating-
no onion.
You're talking about eating
No onions. No, none.
some tartar sauce and eating raw onions.
I said I would rather have tartar sauce
Why is
and
that
eat
an
a teaspoon
option?
of that than eat raw
Why would you
onion.
make
I'll
it an
eat a
option?
raw onion on a sandwich.
I'll eat a raw onion, man. I
Of
love it.
course,
a salad.
everybody's a little different, but like
But I'm not
tartar
gonna
sauce,
eat it.
horseradish, onions, things like that, those are dividers. They literally
right.
will split the crowd in half,
I'm gonna try that.
right?
That's an expensive sandwich.
Where are you at on? I had this conversation. I think we've had this conversation before. Where are you at on the shredded lettuce? That crap.
I love it. I put it on my nachos.
No, see, I don't want shredded lettuce. I want a leaf. I want a single
your
slice.
nachos?
No, on my burger. I
Oh,
want
on
to
your
sit-
burger.
I don't
Yeah,
want
yeah, yeah.
shredded lettuce on my burger.
In fact,
I don't want to
think-
feel
I
like a
think the
horse.
only-
I'm not that anal. I wouldn't care.
The only shredded
I don't wanna
lettuce
eat like a horse.
is a Big Mac, right? Is that the only
Yeah,
one?
the Big Mac's the only one's got shredded lettuce on
Or
there.
Do the Whoppers? Whoppers do. Whoppers got shredded
I
lettuce on
don't
them.
eat it.
I
I
had
hate
a
that
Whopper
old, that
forever.
flame broiled bull crap. It's
Well,
all
that's an
gas.
old commercial from the
I hate that.
1990s. Like, that's not even anything that they talk about or do today.
They still talk
No,
about
have it your
flame
way. That's all they do.
broiled.
They sing have it your way.
They still want it framed.
Burger
you
King
know what?
do have
whatever.
that gigantic soda machine. Though.
You don't
That's a
like
pretty good one.
onions and tartar sauce anyway. I don't even know why. I
They
talk
have
to you sometimes.
everything imaginable in that soda machine.
Did
Jason
you guys
gets it.
know that Taco Bell just released its first cereal? It's based on their
Gross.
cinnamon twist desserts, but you can't buy it. They're giving boxes of it away this week to people who use Uber Eats to order Taco Bell breakfast in 6 cities: New York, L.A., Chicago, Miami, Dallas, and Atlanta.
Not St. Louis. Huh?
Well, St. Louis, because of our size, even though it's a larger city, it doesn't get the same respects as Atlanta or a Dallas or a Miami. Like, we are not the same vibe. We're not the same size. Those guys are bigger cities.
I can taste that cereal now, boy. I bet that's so good.
You think so? The cinnamon twist?
Oh
Are you
my
big
God.
cinnamon twist
I
guy?
bet Toast
tastes
Crunch,
like-
What's your
baby, man.
favorite? What's your favorite Taco Bell item?
Oh man,
Favorite-
Nacho Bel Grande.
Yep.
No refried bean, extra meat, extra sour cream.
No sour cream, but extra meat. That's almost
Yep,
my
that's
exact
it.
same one. I
That
just
is
don't do
it.
sour cream.
Yep, that's it.
I don't mind sour cream. I just don't like it on my nachos.
Oh, man, I love it.
So, what's your favorite Taco Bell menu?
Either a Mexican pizza or a gordita crunch.
See, when they tried to turn that whole Mexican pizzas were the thing, and I'm like, no, they weren't in 1998. Nobody was worried about a Mexican pizza, whether they existed or not. Like,
That's
you
always been
guys
on the
turned it
menu.
into an internet thing in 2022 is what you did.
They just got rid of it.
That
and then
crunch
they
wrap was
brought it
good.
back.
That crunch wrap was like crack.
Crunch wrap was pretty
Oh,
good. They got rid of that too.
their toasted cheddar chalupas are the best.
Good.
That is my favorite item they sell. Toasted cheddar chalupas.
Okay. I wasn't gonna do this, but I give you one more secret since we're talking about food.
Okay.
You go to Taco Bell, no
Yep.
matter what you give, you put cheese on there. Ask for the jalapeno creamy cheese.
Oh, I buy the listen. I buy the sauce at the store.
Okay.
I get the jalapeno sauce and I got the chipotle sauce. Dude, those are two fire sauces.
They are good.
They got rid of their roasted sauce. They used to when they came out with the 3 sauces other than their regulars. They came out with the Verde,
Yeah,
a
right.
roasted.
They kept the
and then
Verde one.
I loved the roasted garlic one or whatever it was. It was so good on every taco, but no,
Taco
they had
Bell
to
has
get
a
rid of
bad
it.
habit of getting rid of good stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting rid of good stuff, we're going to be
Oh,
getting
we gotta
rid of
take
some
commercial
movies coming up because we got the Tournament of Pop Culture coming up. We're going to be doing cop movies. That's
the
right.
best
We're
kind
going to
of
be doing
movies.
cop movies. We're going to have that when we come back here on the Q Now with myself, Jason, and Jonathan. We'll be back right after this. AM, KYRO, 102.5, WIBH.
Please.
Mark Bland, Jonathan May,
Right here.
Jason Cole. Little Glenn Fry, bring us back for our tournament of pop culture cop movies. All right? Now, this is not a list I made up myself. I brought us back with a little theme from Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, so good.
Because in round one of this tournament of pop culture, we have Beverly Hills Cop. Okay, gentlemen, Beverly Hills Cop, the classic.
One already.
You were just asking me off the air, did we see
the new trailer?
The new trailer for the fourth one?
Be cool.
The trailer's out?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, the ending's the best.
It's fantastic. It really is.
Break and we'll watch the ending.
It is. It is a really good trailer for the fourth movie. I am excited to see it. Listen, I know that we're getting into, it's 2024.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of these franchises, including the Fast and the Furious, started many, many years ago in a different time period.
1984.
I get it. For some, it was the 1980s. Yeah. For others, it was the early 2000s. Right. But either way, a lot of time has passed. And
a lot of time.
These movies, I feel like you're getting the fourth, the fifth installment, the sixth installment, the eighth installment, the 10th installment, the 20th installment. Like, we used to make the joke about Friday the 13th is going to make 13 movies because of Friday the 13th. But when they got to Jason X, we were kind of like, okay,
all right, we get
you're
it.
all right. You're only 3 away, so I guess this is going to happen, isn't it? Like, we're not really far, are we?
It always
Okay?
goes bad when they go out of space.
It does. Except for the scene where he takes the two.
In space?
No. When he takes the two girls and puts them in the sleeping bags and beats them to death over each other, that was hilarious. I'm not going to lie. That was a funny scene. Now,
Jason is known for his humor.
Beverly Hills Cop is going up what I consider a potential dark horse.
Uh-oh.
True Gen Xers would consider this a potential dark horse. They really would.
Let's see.
Tango and Cash.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Why would you do that?
Butthole.
Beverly Hills Cop
Butthole.
versus Tango and Cash.
What is wrong with you, man?
And that is a tough matchup.
Why would you do that?
And by the way,
wow.
Can I tell you guys something? By the way, Tango and Cash, 16 seed. 16 seed on this one.
How is that possible?
That's a 16 seed.
Wow.
Tango and Cash might be the greatest, worst movie ever.
No.
Okay, now hold on.
It's pretty good.
The Marble Man and Harley Davidson.
It's the best.
Okay. Right.
Now, here's the thing. It's the best cop movie, right?
Also bad.
At the same point, I think that we can take into account the level of cop and the level of whatever it is within each movie, okay? So
different investigations.
We have, but in both cases, independently investigating police officers kind of on the lam a little bit.
One guy was kind of by himself for a little bit.
Kind of by himself for a little bit. Okay.
Always had a partner.
That's right. Exactly.
It sucks you put them two up against each other.
And we got great acting in Tango and Cash. Oh, we really do. Once again, great bad.
And it's
great bad.
Quotable. It's so quotable.
It's quotable.
It's so quotable. Fubar.
Terrible.
Man.
Right.
That's Kurt Russell, right?
Yeah. Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. Great. But Beverly Hills Cop, kind of an institution to an extent for the Gen Xers. Like
better soundtrack.
It's got way better soundtrack.
You never got Tango and Cash 2.
That's true.
You're right.
That's surprising, really, if you think about it.
Maybe there was, and we just didn't realize it. It could have been that bad back then.
Make it.
You know they're
like
making
it's
a new,
always sunny in Philadelphia.
Demolition Man
Let's
too.
make Tango and Cash.
What's that?
They're making a Demolition Man too.
Oh,
Interesting.
Demolition Man's good.
And bringing Wesley Snipes back.
Interesting.
I'm like, okay.
I'm not. Well, I definitely want to see the trailer for that when that comes out.
Literally 2040.
All right, we got to choose here: Beverly Hills Cop.
I gotta go Beverly Hills.
Or Tango's and Cash. I'm gonna go Beverly Hills Cop too.
I feel terrible
about this.
I mean, I know you guys feel bad. I know you feel bad.
I feel like
Biden
teams
lost
and
or
I've
something.
split my kids or something.
Yeah, that's horrible.
It's like, well, I'm taking the
Up
other
next,
Man.
from the comedy geniuses that brought you Shaun of the Dead.
Ooh, all right.
We have Hot Fuzz.
Okay.
Simon Pegg.
Okay.
But that's going up. That's a number 8 seed. That's going up against the number 9 seed, which is 21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street.
Now, this is an interesting matchup. It depends.
Funny.
Okay. The argument for Hot Fuzz is it's a style of comedy. It's a specific. It's kind of a unique. It's got its own fans.
It is.
Okay.
Great movie.
So it's a fantastically funny film if you're into that style of comedy. Now, Jump Street is just funny.
I mean,
that is
laugh
just
out loud
good.
funny.
That is just good. Will Ferrell-esque style writing. It's just
when they accidentally
outlandish.
ingest those drugs.
Right. You got Ice Cube at his
the Ice Cube interview scenes are hilarious.
Like, man.
You know, when Channing Tatum comes into the band room and just destroys it because he's on drugs and he just knocks everything over.
Man, it's just a great movie.
That was funny.
When he has the argument about whether we're the backpack or not.
My name's Jeff.
I think that alone right there, I think that solves the deal right there. If we're quoting 21 Jump Street and scenes from it, 21 Jump Street moves on. That's just the way that's going to have to work out. I can't see you guys agree? 21 Jump Street, 21 Jump Street.
Yeah,
okay.
you know, I hate that. Remember when Sony got hacked and all this stuff was coming out when they did about to do that one movie, The Interview. They came out that they were doing another 21 Jump Street, but it was 21 Jump Street with Men in Black.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was. I'm like, man, but they
What is that all about?
They cut it. They stopped it because of that hack.
That's really interesting.
That would have been great.
I think it would have been. That'd be a nice meld of comedic stylings that would be interesting to see
great.
that. All right, up next in our cop movies, we do have a 90s staple. What I consider a 90s staple. You know, we have the action movies of the 90s, and most of them have a Jean-Claude of somebody in them.
Yeah,
that's what they usually have. Right. But this one is not one of those. We have a Keanu in this one. It's Speed.
Oh,
with Keanu Reeves.
Great movie.
As well as what's her name?
Sandra Bullock. Great movie.
Yeah.
But that's going up. Okay, here's the crazy part.
All right.
Speed is a 5 seed.
If they get
the movie that they're going up against is a 12 seed.
Pretty good.
The movie they're going up against stars Brad Pitt. It stars.
That's my 7.
Yes.
Oh.
Not Samuel L. Jackson. Morgan Freeman.
That movie is fantastic.
That movie.
That is gritty
7
and dark.
versus Speed. Now, here's the thing. 7 is a great all-around movie. Like it could be considered a thriller. It could be considered a crime or a drama, a police procedural movie. It can be considered a lot of things, or a horror movie. It could be considered a horror movie, similar to Saw and movies like that.
Right. It almost is more of that than a cop drama.
Yeah.
Psychological thriller.
At the same point, it's police officers, detectives dealing with trying to figure out a serial killer.
Right.
And a thing that's in a box.
I love that movie.
What's in the box? That's one of the most famous sayings from a movie.
Right.
What's in the box, man? Speed, Keanu. We can't go wrong with Keanu.
No.
You know, I feel like star power for star power. We got some value there. Some value there. But in Sandra Bullock, Academy Award winner.
Yep.
Not too shabby herself. So I feel like Speed does have a lot going for it. Plus, it kind of directly deals with the police side of things,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. 7's such a great movie.
It's a better movie.
And it is a cop movie. I think it's 7.
Yeah.
I think 7 beats
I'm
Speed.
actually going. Speed was a better movie because it was actually more relatable. When you think about that bus and all the different characters on the bus, you always talk about who would you be in that scenario. It was a great movie.
I'd be at home.
Yeah, anytime there's like a John Q type movie where there's a group of individuals stuck together, you try to figure, or like Walking Dead, trying to figure out who would you be in this situation.
That'd be crazy.
I'm going to go 7 though. I'm going 7.
I'm also going to go 7 because it's just such a dark
Keanu,
movie.
you out there? I went Speed. I just want you to know.
I might have went Point Break.
All right. Up next, a solid movie, funny movie. We have Chris Tucker. We have our friend Jackie Chan.
Oh, is it the first one or the second one?
We have Rush Hour.
It don't matter. All of them was great.
3 was
now Rush Hour.
The second one's the
Rush Hour is going up against a 2000s comedy troupe that really became something big.
Oh, I know what you're about to say.
We have the guys who are famous for making the Highway Patrol famous, Super Troopers.
Yeah.
Right.
And I love that. And once again, a certain style of comedy that they kind of like partake in for that.
Right.
Rush Hour, though, well written. Jackie Chan always doing his own stunts is always great. Right. It doesn't matter what movie it's in.
I used to work somewhere where we had a limited amount of movies, and that was one of them. I bet I've seen this movie 100 times. It's
I
good.
wouldn't say I've seen it 100 times,
It's fantastic.
but Rush Hour is a good movie.
Right.
The second one. The first one I haven't
Is
seen
it better than Super Troopers? Super Troopers kind of started a cult.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a cult classic.
It's better than Super Troopers.
I don't know,
Rush
man.
Hour 2 is
It's
better
better
than
than
Super
Super
Troopers.
I don't know. I honestly think in this case, that's a really tough matchup for me. At least for me, it is.
Yeah.
It might not be for you. Jonathan, where are you going to go?
Rush Hour, baby. That was a classic.
Jason Cole.
Yes. I mean,
Here.
I'm here.
Present.
what? Hey, what's going on? Oh, hey, a microphone. If it's Rush Hour 2, it's for sure Rush Hour.
No, it's Rush Hour.
it's Rush Hour?
It's the movie Rush Hour. Which is the movie that gets you to 2.
No,
Like, it's that
I'm
good.
still gonna say Rush Hour. I think
Okay,
Jonathan's
that's fair.
right.
I'm going to go Super
Super
Troopers.
Troopers was good though.
I'm going to go Rush
There's
Hour.
been-
I'm
but
going to
there's
put
been
Rush Hour
equally
down.
about as many, right?
Yeah.
Right. No, they only had 2 of those.
Yeah, they did 2 Super Trooper
okay.
movies. Up next, wow, this is going to be this actually is a really good matchup. The French Connection.
Oh wow, that's a good movie.
Okay.
I think that's Gene Hackman.
It is.
Good actor, great
Popeye,
actor.
something, Popeye Doyle or something like that, or whatever.
But he's going up against what I consider probably, possibly the best movie of all time. Possibly. It's in the argument, I honestly feel. We got Denzel Washington. We've got Ethan Hawke.
Training Day.
We got Training Day.
Training Day.
And I'm going to be honest with everybody out there. I think the Popeye Doyle, I think the French Connection, I think is a great story. I think it's very entertaining.
Yeah. It's real.
I don't mind if
That
they make
happened.
I don't mind if they make remakes of the French Connection. Do not touch Training Day. Training Day is perfection put to film. It's one of the few movies I will defend at all times. Training Day is a great movie. Every scene flows well. All the acting is on point.
Yeah.
Denzel wins Best Actor for the portrayal. It is not a joke. Ethan Hawke is great. He is great in almost every movie he is in.
Tidbit, that was supposed to be Eminem.
Did not know that.
That was supposed to be Eminem.
Interesting.
It would've
I
been
think that
bad.
would have been a way different movie, and I'm so much better off with Ethan Hawke. I really am.
Right, think about in real life if those guys were gonna shoot him in the head in their bathtub.
Yeah, that scene's just
Like,
great.
That's it.
That
Like,
scene is
and there's
great.
no way those guys don't exist in real life.
And you know,
If you
exactly.
can think
That's the
it's
problem.
happened.
Yep.
That's the problem. Every scene in that movie is 100% believable.
And it's
Yeah.
quotable too,
Right?
It's
Remember he said,
believable.
"You've been planning this all day, boy. I've been planning this all week. What you talking about?" I'm like,
You ever get wet?
This is great, right? I didn't know you like to get wet.
I didn't know you like to get wet.
Just takes the gun out, shoots
All right.
that dude in the chair.
Training Day moves on.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think it's up for discussion. It's kind of difficult to argue that one down. The next one's a really tough one for me. I like it. It's a good movie. The Departed
Oh, great movie.
Yeah, good one.
Great movie.
is going up against another great movie, in my opinion, L.A. Confidential.
Oh, I like Confidential.
No,
Now-
Departed. It's quotable.
I'm kind of split right now.
Quotable.
I'm LA Confidential. all
The
day. I
Departed
like The
is
Departed.
quotable, but at the same point, The Departed is one of those movies that's really well known, really well respected, not brought up a lot. It really isn't brought up a lot.
Come on, man. Alec Baldwin, Mark Wahlberg, they stole the show.
I'm
in
not
that.
saying they didn't. I'm saying it's not brought up a lot. It's a great movie, but it's, Shawshank is mentioned a lot because of how great of a movie is. And it might be the best movie of all time.
Yeah,
It's
you know what?
possible
I could probably agree
that
with that.
Shawshank
I
Redemption
could probably agree with
is
that.
the greatest movie of all
Probably
time.
agree with that.
But I would put Training Day right next to it. I'm not lying. It's that good. The Departed is up there too.
The Departed, baby. That's-
But The Departed's kind of like The Godfather. You only need to mention The Godfather when you need to mention The Godfather.
the
You
world
only
needs more bartenders. You know,
LA Confidential makes all kinds of unique lists
It's a
all the
genre-defining
time.
film. It just encompasses the late 40s, 50s.
I'm going Departed. Don't even play with me on this one. Departed. Departed.
LA Confidential is literally one.
But
of my
here's the
favorite
funny
movies
thing.
ever.
If you asked me which one I would rather watch, I'd rather watch The Departed.
Right.
So I'm going to go to The
Alright.
Departed.
Great movie, man. Just a
The
great
naked chicks in
movie.
The Departed, is there? I don't know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here on the Q Now. When we come back, more with myself and Jonathan. We're going to do more with Jason, and it's going to be great, and you're going to love it. Tournament of Pop Culture will be back after this. Welcome back to the Q Now. Mark Bland, Jason Call, Nelly, Diddy, Murphy Lee.
We don't say Diddy
And
anymore.
Jonathan.
We don't say Diddy anymore. They got to take him off the song.
What do we say?
Just Nelly, Murphy Lee.
We didn't start to say Diddy?
We don't.
What happened with Diddy now? What's going on in black culture that we haven't? What's going on?
Getting accused
With
of
Cassie?
some
He got.
man.
What happened?
Come on, man. She sued him. She sued him
she's
for what?
sued him for-
$30 million, and then it took 1 day. He was like, "Nope," gave her $100 million. See you later.
He paid her off?
Don't tell anybody what happened.
He
Here's
paid
$100
her
million.
off?
Yep, paid her
Yeah,
clean
straight
off.
up.
She
paid her
started
clean
mentioning
off.
some stuff in court filings. And
Yep.
was like, yeesh.
Paid him clean off.
Like, man, he like made her have sex with some of his buds and stuff.
With male prostitutes.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was
male
ordering male
prostitutes.
prostitutes.
Yeah,
He's watching her
that's
get
what it
red. I'm like, bro.
Well, welcome back to the Q Now. Appreciate you guys tuning in and
with you?
listening to our show.
Where'd you get him from? What number did you dial?
Listen,
Like,
we are in the middle of our tournament of
Gross,
pop
dude.
culture,
he was on the website.
and the tournament of pop culture
The pop
is cop movies.
The popping kind.
We are still in the thralls of setting up our second round. We have two more. Lethal Weapon 2 is up next.
Oh, man, that's a good one.
Classic.
A great movie.
And the fact you said two. That's a
Lethal
Christmas
Weapon
movie.
2.
That
Christmas
hot
movie.
South African girl.
It's a Christmas
That's
movie.
a Christmas
That's
movie
right.
there.
They're all Christmas movies. If
Remember?
there's a Christmas tree in a movie, Rambo's a Christmas movie.
You know, I don't even know what you got going up against this, but the fact that I can hear Jingle Bell Rock and can see
Right?
the opening to that movie right
Come
now.
on, when you
I'm
watched
probably
that,
going with
when you
this
watched
one.
that as a kid, did you love
Oh,
when
my-
he was with
yeah,
the
yeah.
South African chick?
Okay.
You're like,
Crazy.
oh, wow.
Lethal Weapon 2.
Pause.
Lethal Weapon 2 with our boys, the Jewish hating Mel Gibson. No, I'm joking.
Well, come on.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm being honest. I'm being honest.
I mean,
Allegedly.
If we talk about
No,
what
no.
he said.
Lethal Weapon 2 is going up against Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, Bad Boys.
Why do you got to be such a butthole with these movies?
Is it the first one?
It
It's
is the first one.
Oh, it's the first one.
The
It's a
first
wrap.
one
Yeah.
is great.
This is a wrap. This is the first one. It's a wrap.
The first one was great.
I take back what I said.
Yeah, the first one's good, but it's not better than Lethal Weapon 2.
Oh, the first one was great. It's so quotable.
Bad Boys 1 up against Lethal Weapon 2. That's a tough matchup.
I like 2 better than 1 on both. Actually, out of Lethal Weapon, I like the third one the best.
Okay.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon's third one's really good.
Yeah,
What,
it is.
was that? Was
That's
that,
Jet Li. No, Jet Li's 4.
He's 4. That one's good too, but the third one,
Oh,
the ex-cop is killing everyone.
That's the one where Joe Pesci kind of gets
where
gets
he,
into
like,
it really.
gets
what
going.
Leo
gets.
wants,
Leo
Leo
gets.
gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's selling
I don't go through the
houses.
drive. You know why I don't go through the drive-through? Because they in the drive-through.
Yep.
Leo
But we do
gets.
get some Leo Gets in Lethal Weapon too.
You do,
Right.
yeah.
And I do love Leo Gets. Bad Boys. Man, I do like that movie. I don't
I
know.
like 2 better.
I
2
just
is
don't
much
know if
better.
Lethal Weapon 2. I feel like Lethal Weapon 2.
2 has more action.
I think I'm going to go Lethal Weapon 2.
I'm going Bad Boys on that one. I
I'm
can
going
say
Lethal
that
Weapon
movie.
2 as well.
You're going Lethal Weapon
I can
2?
watch it and
That
say
could be an
everything on there.
upset. That could be an upset, ladies and gentlemen.
Y'all messed around, man. Will Smith is coming to smack both of y'all. Keep his movie out your mouth. What's wrong with y'all?
Lethal
angry
Weapons
man.
2 moves on. Now, up next, we have a Christmas movie, as Jonathan would say.
Oh, here we go.
Die Hard.
Die Hard,
Yes.
baby. Come on.
Takes place at
We
a
got
Christmas
Die
party.
Hard.
Yeah.
But Die Hard goes up against a true, what I feel is a true number 15, where I was confused. I was confused with the 12 seating of 7.
Yeah, right.
Kind of tough. End of Watch
Oh,
Jake
yeah.
Gyllenhaal, right?
Yeah.
That's
makes the number 15 slot up against Die Hard, but it's Die Hard.
Yeah,
Like,
Die Hard.
it's
Are we,
clearly Die
are you
Hard.
gonna we going around the table asking this question? Just put it down. Put it down.
It's clearly Die Hard.
Put it down.
Let's assume we're all not
All right.
insane.
Now we're moving on to round 2. In round 2, we start off with One Beverly Hills Cop,
That's classic.
and that is going up against 21 Jump Street.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, he's right.
You were really quick to jump that, but I feel like 21 Jump Street can go laugh for laugh.
No, it's definitely funny. It's just not.
Yeah, Beverly Hills Cop was more of what, it was the humor he was saying.
I think
stuff
he
and
also
was
made
doing
the
stuff,
character. I think the character of Axel Foley
Right.
being an original character.
Right,
Like
right.
it's not like whereas 21 Jump Street is
Like,
kind of a
tell me
remake
the
or like
names.
it's a different.
You don't even know their names for real. Like you can't even say, "Hey, what his name?" But you know Axel Foley.
I do like
you
at
know
the
that the
end
choice
of-
jacket. You know.
The end of 21 Jump Street's cool. And
I think you're right. I think it's Beverly Hills Cop.
You're right. It is.
It is. I you know, you got to be fair on these things. Beverly
You
Hills
gotta let them
Cop.
down easy. Just let them know your movie's not terrible. It just
Right.
doesn't beat that.
I mean, it made it to the second round.
Up next is a tough one. Rush Hour has moved on, and it is going up against 7.
Well, no. 2 maybe, not the first one.
I'm going Rush Hour.
Rush Hour is a good movie.
I'm going Rush Hour again.
It is.
I don't think it's better than 7, though.
I mean, 7's an Academy Award style movie.
Yeah, it is, and it's that good.
Well,
like
man-
it really is kind of mind blowing that it didn't win an Academy Award of some sort.
About the box in the end. Like they never said, "Hey, was in the box," you know, or that was in the box, you know.
Well,
Did you
kinda
just
see her
ruin the
hair.
movie for everybody?
If you haven't seen
What?
7 at this point,
Wait, next
No,
you're gonna
there
tell
are
me
people who haven't seen
The
7.
Sixth
We
Sense
told
is-
we told our one guest he needed to watch 7.
Oh yeah, he'd never
Wow.
seen it. Yeah, he's a little younger though.
he's living under a rock or something.
Nah, he's just a younger guy.
Was he
I
just
got to
born?
yet.
Was he 4 years old?
He's 3.
Yeah.
He's 3. And we were like, dude, what's your problem? He's like,
Man.
I have a job.
Now Jonathan's gone Rush Hour right off the top.
He did go.
Jason, you're going to go what?
I have to go 7, although I love Rush Hour 2 so much.
Well, that
Rush
leaves it
Hour
up
is
to me
getting
again.
love.
I do like Rush Hour, and I love the fact that Jackie
do
Chan
too.
is an amazing actor and does all these great things.
Right.
I do too.
I don't think it holds a candle to what 7 is. Like how
not as a
good
movie.
the story is really good. Like it's a good story.
I tell you what, I actually bought 7 on DVD back in the day. I never bought Rush Hour.
See?
Did you? By the way, you know it had an alternate ending, which was on the actual DVD. The
I
commentary.
think I have
They
seen it
showed the
before.
storyboard of
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Morgan Freeman turns around and blows that guys right away.
Yeah.
He knows what?
He
Wow.
You're so immature, Jason.
Where'd you get your DVD?
The back room.
Like, here's that movie you wanted.
I'm going to go 7.
Oh, look out. That was the correct choice.
Yeah.
It was hard to make. You
I
had
can go
to
with
do
7 on that one. I can go with 7.
Yeah.
All right. Up next,
Maybe not if it was 2. Rush Hour
let's
2.
see where Jonathan's heart lies.
His chest, hopefully.
One movie in black culture is iconic, Training Day. The other movie is just a phenomenal film,
You better not be going Training Day against The Departed.
In The Departed.
I'm going to knock everything over in this place. I'm going to knock everything. I'm unplugging stuff. Why would you do something like that? You doing this on purpose? That should have been like the last round or something.
I'm unplugging.
You're gonna take it. And you're gonna like it. You're gonna like
You
it.
got to be kidding me, man.
Now this is a tough call.
It's not a tough. I'm going Training Day. It's tough, but I'm you know what? I'm going
I
Training
don't
Day.
think it's tough, like you said. I mean, it is a tough call in the general idea that both of these movies are great movies.
Right.
To be put up against each other is kind of unfair. But at the same point, if it was in the finals, you wouldn't be looking at it any different. It would still be just as tough.
Yeah, I'm going Training Day.
But I'm going Training Day.
Yeah.
Jonathan's going Training Day.
Yep.
I was going to go Departed.
You were going to go to Party.
I mean, come on, man. The scene when they throw that dude off the roof.
Boy,
And you hear him come down. Yeah. Oh my God. It's just like you're in the theater and you're like, everyone in that theater froze.
Yeah.
I don't know if they did that during Training Day. You were kind of like freaked out because, I mean, you didn't.
You were into it.
How about when you found out that the other guy was a cop?
Oh,
when he was like, yo,
yeah.
I gave you the wrong address. How did you know where to go? He's on the couch dying.
Yeah.
Comes out he was a cop. I'm like, bro, get out of
Yeah,
here.
that's a great.
It's
that's what I'm
crazy.
saying. Okay. Lethal Weapon 2. Lethal Weapon 2 versus Die Hard.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, jeez.
2 great movies, but come on, man.
Die Hard.
Die Hard. You know what I'm saying? What we doing?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah, what we
come
doing
on,
here?
man.
All right. Well, that's going to make for a very interesting semifinals, ladies and gentlemen, because that's where we're at.
Hey, have you heard the theory about Die Hard?
Which is?
Carl Winslow from Family Matters.
Oh, yeah,
Played
yeah.
cop
That's
in
his
that.
day job. Yeah. Sure, it makes sense.
But now Family Matters is like his daydream. He's so messed up on what happened in Die Hard that he makes an alternate reality.
Oh, wow. That's funny. With an Urkel.
Right.
Wow.
Urkel's like Hans Gruber.
All right.
But a comedic version.
Right.
We have Beverly Hills Cop
Uh-huh.
versus 7.
Oh, my God.
That's a tough call.
That's some disrespectful stuff.
It is disrespectful because 7 is a great movie.
Right.
Beverly Hills Cop is a really great movie. 7, writing-wise, is an even better movie than Beverly Hills Cop in that aspect.
Yes, it is.
Yet, Beverly Hills Cop is almost the prototypical, almost kind of the consensus
80s
what you expect. Your 80s action comedy.
Soundtrack was
It
a
literally is
character
almost
by
like you
itself.
cookie cutter from it. Like, that's all you got to do.
Tango and Cash. You just make it cocaine and bad guys and throw 2 white dudes in there. Boom. Beverly Hills Cop with white guys.
I'm going Beverly Hills Cop.
But you said 7.
7 is
Academy
it is an
Award
Academy
level
Award
movie.
film.
And that's the problem, because that truly is a phenomenal film.
You know, but
This is so heartbreaking.
7 isn't one of my favorite films of the 2000s, but Beverly Hills Cop 2 is one of my favorite films of the 80s. I absolutely love that film.
Well, I love Beverly Hills Cop.
And Beverly Hills Cop.
And by the way, there's
So
kind of
those two
here's my
together
problem also.
Create a force.
Usually in these cases, I can pull from nostalgia
That's what
to
it
like
is.
guide me. But in this case, Beverly Hills Cop is defining 1980s nostalgia for me.
Yes.
But 7 is like, what is it, late 90s or early 2000s?
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
that's nostalgia of that time period, because now it's been 24 years.
But 7
since
has
then.
7 has nostalgia because it's one of the first films I watched on the first big TV I bought in 2003. It was like my first big 50-inch. It was on wheels because it wasn't high def yet.
All right.
It was 1080. And
We got to make a decision.
I'm going Beverly Hills Cop.
I think I was going to go Beverly Hills Cop too.
All right, Beverly Hills Cop moves on.
Surprised you didn't have 48 hours in this.
Now,
Hey, yeah.
I did not make the list.
Another 48 hours.
Oh, you didn't make the list?
I did not make the list.
Oh,
sir.
okay. Because I'm looking for somebody to blame. Tell me who make this list.
We'll talk off the air.
We're going to flip some tables.
Right.
Refuse
Now
to
I'm
leave.
going to break Jonathan in half. If I put him Departed versus Training Day, if that wasn't heartbreaking enough,
Oh, I know what's happening.
it's Training Day versus Die Hard.
I knew it.
And
No,
I don't
Jonathan,
know
not-
if
not
you
the
can
cyanide
now,
pill.
To me, honestly, I understand Die Hard is kind of like Beverly Hills Cop in that staple. It's a
is.
staple defining
It created
action
a
movie.
monster.
Okay?
Die
But
Hard
Training
2 's so
Day
good.
is that argument of like 7. It's that Academy Award level. Like,
Training-
it is so good. And in my opinion, and I know people will hate me for this, Training Day is better than Die Hard. So I'm going to go Training Day.
There is not one
I-
bad actor in Training Day.
I am going to go
Everybody
Die
did their
Hard
part.
just to make.
You're going to go hard. You're going to go Die
I'm
Hard.
going Die Hard. It created a monster. That third Die Hard. Come on.
I'm going Training Day was so big they don't even want to touch it again. Like,
I
honestly.
guess.
I mean,
Well,
it
you
was
can't
just-
franchise it. One of the guys
It was
got
just
killed.
well
All right.
acted.
So you
Man.
say Training Day.
Yeah, Training
All
Day.
right. Then Training Day moves on to the finals where it goes up against Beverly Hills Cop.
I'm going Beverly Hills Cop. I'm getting justice.
There
for
is
Beverly Hills
argument
Cop too.
for Training Day over Beverly Hills
Oh,
Cop.
sure.
There is definitely a now.
It's definitely better acted, better directed.
A young Mark is screaming right now.
But come on, Beverly Hills Cop.
I mean, he is.
Bro.
That's what you're rented when
what
you
is
had
this?
friends over for the weekend.
What's Beverly Hills Cop? 84.
84, exactly 84. Yeah.
Okay, this is 9-year-old Mark. He is screaming at me right now. 2 middle fingers if I don't choose Beverly Hills Cop. Like he has got both fingers out. He's 9 and he is just like that to me, right?
Dude, what are you doing?
And yeah, exactly. Like, dude, what are you doing? And I don't know if it's Kismet.
You know,
I like Training Day a lot. Okay, all right.
I can remember being excited when I saw that they had a
Here's what we're gonna do.
pack of Beverly Hills Cop on Blu-ray.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, we are going to finish. It's Beverly Hills Cop up against Training Day. We're all going to make our decisions, write them down on little pieces of paper, put them in a brown paper bag. We're going to caucus them.
And
And when we come back,
to the house,
we will have the answer for the tournament of pop culture. We'll be back after this.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
12:80 a.m. KYRO. Welcome back to the Qnow.
It's all about the game.
102.5 FM, WIBH. We love all of you down there. Thank you for listening to The Q and hitting me up. You can always find me on X, Twitters, whatever they call it. It's always a new name. It's always a new name every other week. You can find me over there. If you do the For You page, Jason, you get yourself lots of Andrew Tate. Lots of Andrew Tate videos. You get a lot of Andrew Tate videos.
What are you talking on Twitter? So we were
on
talking,
Twitter.
We were talking before we came in.
Yeah.
About how you have two sides for your news feed. The
For You and the Following.
And the Following. And the For You is just, like he's saying,
conservative, over the top.
I thought I was the only one.
Alpha,
no, it's
toxic
crazy.
Alpha male just
BS.
peacocking everywhere.
It's ridiculous.
I'm like,
So
why do I need
ridiculous.
this Patriot shopping place?
Right?
What is this?
Right?
What is going on right now?
It's nonsense posts.
Does Twitter know I'm black? What is happening on my feed right now?
Like, I tell you, the craziest
It
post
is wild.
was the post of a Melania Trump when her mother died. Not that post. Not that that's crazy.
Jesus.
But the responses to it was nothing but nonsensical blue checks, just spewing nonsense. And it was all just blue check, blue check, blue check. And then I noticed...
They can't help themselves.
They
just can't.
This is the best part. I noticed as I'm scrolling, all of it is... The posts are gone. It just says you have this account muted. You have this account muted. You have this account muted. It's all lunatics I've come in contact with and I've muted.
This is
like
why
every
it should just be old Twitter. I don't know if I ever became CEO or like the
all
chief operating
if it went back to Twitter rules,
I would just be like, oh no, dude, let's go back to the way it used to be.
Hey, can y'all open y'all Twitter in public? If you had a gang of people around you right now, could you put your phone out, go to Twitter, and just scroll?
I have a couple of
my name.
Your Twitter, no, you're following, like who you following and stuff. Can you just open it up and just scroll in front of everybody?
My problem I have is I have
who I follow.
No, just your feed. You know how you go to your feed.
Yeah, I could show it to anybody. Why?
I have a couple of people.
So you haven't been to the dark side of Twitter yet.
I have a couple of people I follow that post
I mean, I've been to dark side. I've been to the dark side of Twitter, but I don't. Like my feed isn't like anything that would throw people down that road anyway.
No.
My feed is disgusting.
I follow.
It's disgusting.
I follow.
Why would? What is your deal?
Because he's following internet porn chick. That's what he's doing.
Okay, that's probably true.
But I follow Ronnie the limo driver.
Okay.
And what do you think he posts on Tuesdays?
Right? Yeah, boobs or whatever.
Yeah. And so sometimes there might be something he either commented on or reposted. So I would say 90% of the time, yeah, you can open my Twitter and there'd be no problem.
Nope, not mine.
But yeah, there's a couple people I follow just because of connections to that show or just comedy reasons. Like Britt Hatley's wife. Remember Britt Hatley on the Howard Stern show?
Yeah.
His wife basically is just like a porn star.
Oh, my
They're supposedly swingers, quote unquote.
Oh, okay.
But all it is
right.
just dudes banging her. He's never
he's
on
a cuck.
screen ever.
Wait, he's just a cuck.
Yeah,
he's just a cuck.
He doesn't do anything with them. And
I bet he's a super Trump supporter.
No.
He was the guy we talked about that was calling into the pizza places and had people strip search.
Yeah.
That was him.
All right. We are in the throes of our tournament of pop culture. And we are in the finals. We have Beverly Hills Cop and the iconicness that Axel Foley is. An iconic song, a great soundtrack with Beverly Hills Cop.
The soundtrack is his own character in that movie.
Training Day, on the other hand, is an Academy Award level and winning film.
Yeah, didn't Denzel win for that?
He did.
Did the director win?
And I think Training Day won Best Picture.
Antonio Fuqua.
I think it won Best Picture. So it was the Best Picture of the year. That year. And like I said, it might be one of the best movies of all time. Or even up there as the best movie or one of two or three best movies of all time.
Washington's character is just scary.
It's so
how just
good.
Immoral he is.
I love Axel Foley. I know 9-year-old Mark hates it when I make this, but I am going to go Training Day. That's what I am going to go. I'm going Training Day.
I'm going to go Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, my goodness.
Which leaves this tournament of pop culture in the hands of Jonathan May, our guest, who we love.
We do love you, by the way.
He could either have Training Day and be the hero of the black community. He could choose Beverly Hills Cop.
Jason Whitlock yourself right on out that door.
That is horrible. That is horrible. Man.
Well, since you put it like that, I really don't care what you do now. Mark's election fraud. Mark's intimidating witnesses.
The crazy part is I know one of those movies word for word. Word for word.
Probably Beverly Hills Cop.
Nope. Training Day.
No, word for word.
Training Day is one of my favorite movies of all time. I've rarely watched a movie twice. I've watched Training Day probably over 20 times.
Fair enough.
It's a great movie.
It is a good movie.
So would you say that in this choice, you would
Day.
choose Training Day?
I'm picking Training Day.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this tournament of pop culture cop movies. That's right. Correct, sir.
clapping for Training Day.
Way to go, Training Day. You did it.
Trying to get to my papers here. You guys are
The papers.
on one. Training Day is a great movie. It really is. It rarely do movies just stick out to me off the top. No questions asked.
It's up there with Goodfellas for me. Two of my most favorite movies ever. I mean, and Goodfellas might be one of the best movies of all time ever made.
For sure.
That's a pretty good movie.
Once again,
It's
a really great movie that could be in that argument for top 1, 2, or 3, somewhere in that range. Very possibly. 10 things that are an immediate red flag if you see them in someone's home.
Samurai swords. There's no way they're not on there.
All right, let's see what we got here. If you're having people over, even if it's just for a football game, most people try to clean their place up a bit. Lots of people probably don't care unless it's your mother-in-law, but they might care about this stuff. People on social media have been talking about things that are immediate red flags if people see them in someone's home, and there are some good ones here. First up, pets that are not being cared for properly.
Oh, that's serious.
Like a litter box that hasn't been cleaned in forever,
okay.
and type stuff
gross,
like
right?
that.
Why
Like
should I see your litter box when I get to your house? That thing should be tucked away.
exactly. But what about the people
Maybe
that put
you're
it
in
in
their
the
room.
toilet or in the bathroom?
Oh my god!
There are people that put that in the bathroom.
Especially those hooded ones.
They really do.
Get
They'll
the
put
ones
them in
with
those.
the hood. Who knows?
My cat has a freaking space dome. It circles around like it go and it cleans itself.
Yeah, that's pretty
You
cool.
know, but it's in the basement, tucked away in the corner behind my werewolf.
And that's where it goes.
I told you about a werewolf.
You have a werewolf?
Okay, that's
way.
you bought one of
And you
those
know I'm
big
terrified of it.
animatronics.
Bro, so it's in the basement where I go work out.
Right, and it's
I
all-
keep forgetting he's down there.
Yeah, so he's just staring at you
So
the
I'm
whole
running.
time.
I'm running. I forget it's there. I'm in my music. I look up and I'm like, oh, you know,
Yeah, you get scared.
It's horrible.
Oh,
Yes.
my Lord.
If a person's got a werewolf in their basement,
Right.
that's pretty psychotic.
Right.
You might be a
Don't-
psycho.
You might
know
want
what
to
I'm
get to
saying?
an upper level
Hey.
near a door.
That was the best $100 I ever spent.
That was only 100.
All right,
It was on sale the day before
but no, I
Halloween.
agree.
Got him.
If it's pets that are not being cared for properly,
Yeah, that's bad.
that's bad. Yeah.
That's not cool.
Animals inside that are not indoor animals or not behaving like indoor animals, like
Like a goat?
yeah, like a goat inside a house,
be
a
kinda
pig,
cool.
things
I
like
don't know.
that.
I mean, if you can train it.
But
And it's not dumping
it's
everywhere.
a red. It's
It'd be
kind of
kinda
a
cool.
it's kind of a red flag. The type of people like they're willing to just kind of
Well, that's what I mean. Like, if
go overboard a little bit. Like they might make rash decisions or decisions that are not necessarily the best.
Well,
Yeah, I don't
I
know
mean,
if I'm going to your house. You got Babe the pig walking around that
Yeah, but
bad boy.
if it's,
I'm not
if it's
against
pooping
pigs. I'm just
everywhere,
saying.
that's one thing. But if it goes outside,
Can you potty train a pig?
I don't know.
I believe you can.
I
think
bet
you
you'll
can
have a
litter
pig
box
at your
train a
house
pig.
by the next time I see you. You just have one walking around.
Hey,
know you can
You'll see him
litter box-
walking around one day. He gonna be cooking the next. I can tell you that right
You
now.
can litter box train a rabbit.
Oh, okay.
For real.
Yeah.
Number,
I know people have. I have.
The next one up.
Not in the house, but in its cage.
No hand soap in the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh,
God,
bro. Like,
gross.
did you not
If
know
you
I was
don't
coming
have
over?
if you don't have hand soap in your
Empty's one thing,
bathroom,
but
that's just
none?
kind of weird. Empty can be weird too. Like
mean, empty,
it depends on
okay.
how old the bottle looks.
Yeah, if it's dry,
because you know
empty,
people like to reuse those bottles all the
if
time.
it's dried up empty,
I got extras at the bottom. I have a bidet in my guest bathroom. If you gotta go use, if you gotta do number 2, it's a bidet in there waiting on you.
Get
Go
one of
ahead,
those-
do what you gotta do.
you have one of those Japanese toilets. From South
No,
Park?
no. You just man.
What's
You go to
it- does
Menards.
it squirt up your butt?
Yeah.
Man, why
Did
would
you
I
see
want
that?
that on my butt?
You want to clean all the dookie off?
Well, you got probably a lot. That's why I pee it off. It's on the side of the bowl.
Off
That's
your
what we're
butt.
talking about.
You peeing on your butthole, Mark? That's what you're doing?
Have you ever
Physics is
seen
working
him?
your way?
That's what I'm doing.
That's exactly what,
I'm doing. Yeah.
It's impossible to go in the bathroom with him. At the
Number
same time.
4, though. Number 4, I do feel this one pretty heavily. Not having hand towels or having a clean hand towel.
might as well not even
like if
have
you don't
soap.
have a clean hand towel, or at least what I would consider
wipe it on my
a
hand.
usable hand towel, that's a red flag.
I got paper towels in the guest room.
That's fine too.
Yeah.
That's fine. No, listen,
Yeah.
if it's its own paper towels or whatever, that's cool too. I'm just saying, like, if I go to your house and your hand towel looks old and withered and dirty, like you don't ever change it,
Yeah.
I got issues with that.
strip a
Like, that's
Caucus
not
on this
right.
thing.
Like, you
Right.
need to be looked at for that.
Yum.
Having a dirty toilet, number 5.
Yeah,
Like full
absolutely
of like
disgusting.
poop and gross.
Like, if you walk into their toilet and it's just
black.
like disgusting.
At
yeah.
the top, the little pee. Yeah, I ain't doing all that. You got me messed up.
No. Trash piled beyond the trash can or any area. Or if you see a ton of dishes that look like they never have been
that's
clean.
Weird. Now, if I come the next day and we had a party and there's trash next to the can, that's different.
I
you
mean,
know?
I get that.
But if it's just like,
you know I'm coming over,
if it's just Thursday and
clean
they just
thing
have
up.
tons of trash,
Yeah.
that's a little weird.
it should be clean because nobody stops by anybody's house randomly anymore. We stopped doing that years
Right.
ago. It's no more. Hey, I was just in the neighborhood.
There was
that stuff don't happen.
There was a
anymore.
comedian I saw where he mentioned that. He's like, when you get older and people, he's like, when you were young, people rang your doorbell, everyone got excited, you
Right.
ran to the door.
Right.
He's
I
like,
think I saw that guy.
when you get older and someone rings your doorbell,
Everybody gets quiet. Like,
everyone
yo.
gets quiet.
Yeah.
Who said? Who has someone coming over?
Right.
Who's coming over?
Right?
right.
Who should
Right.
be? And everyone looks out the window, all freaked out.
Right. Yeah, those days
True.
are gone.
It's true.
Those days are
Someone
gone.
rings your doorbell. It's like, what the heck?
Matter of fact, yeah, people used to stop by. I'm like, I was in the neighborhood, man. What's going on? I'm like, it was good to see you.
Like,
I
Yeah.
don't do that crap
Oh,
no
yeah,
more.
when people drop through?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you got a ring doorbell like we were talking about.
Yep.
Next up, hoarding. Most people seem fine with a little clutter and a sink with some dirty dishes,
I don't
but
mind
it should not
collections.
be gross.
Yeah, I don't mind collections, but I don't want like every
Yeah, I can't sit down
Band-Aid
because you
you've
got
ever
this
used or
beer
something.
collection going on. Yeah.
Red flag. Definite red flag. Next up, unsecured guns.
yeah.
Why are they
If you just got a gun laying on your like coffee
I'm
table, well,
leaving.
wait a second. Well, okay, it depends on the individual within reason. Like I have to understand, like you said, the context of why the gun is where it is.
Yeah.
If they're a police officer, they happen to lay it on their coffee table,
Yeah,
where that's where they
if
put it. That's
if the guy's
fine.
a cop.
Whatever.
If they're a cop, it shouldn't be on the table now. They should know better.
Well, yeah,
They should know better.
it does say here unsecured guns. So,
They should
Yeah,
know
I guess
better.
it could just be in a holster on the table.
but
No,
you're right. If
no,
you
it's not
if you walk
secured.
into somebody, imagine you walk into somebody's kitchen, and there's just like a 358 revolver or whatever, like
Right?
just sitting right there
that's the
next to the
difference.
toaster.
Oh, man, I'll be right back and leave my
next
smokes in
to
the car.
the toaster.
That's
Getting
the
out of there.
difference that people don't get. I'm not super anti-gun, but at least acknowledge that a spear, a knife, or a rock doesn't mean instant death. Gun on that table, you're gonna die. Like,
Yeah,
you're
it
gonna
is
die.
a
You get
weapon.
shot with that
It
gun,
is a
more
weapon
likely
to
you're gonna
hurt or
die.
kill. Like it's designed for that.
Like if that dude has a knife, at least I can run. Can run from a gun.
Number 9. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Live, laugh, and love sign.
Absolutely, I gotta go. I gotta go.
You're obviously
That is a
white.
crazy white woman's house right there, and I have to get out of here right now. I gotta go.
Live, laugh, and love.
What about? Did they put "pray" on the end of it too?
No.
What about a salt life sticker on the back of a car?
Oh man,
In Missouri.
Hey, that
How
don't tread on me.
ridiculous that is.
That don't tread on me
Yeah,
sticker.
right?
I see that.
Yeah, they don't
I
even know
gotta
what that
go.
flag is. Here,
Gotta
I
go.
got one even better for you. That live, love, laugh stuff.
Yeah.
But in an unmarried white woman's house.
Oh no. It's
Anyway,
definitely
like there's always word signs. Word signs are fine. It's just don't be weird with
You
them.
better not be the author Paul Sheldon.
Oh my goodness, it's just horrible.
You ain't leaving that house.
Yeah, I'm doing that. I'm getting out of there.
And anything in excess, moderation is key signs.
That's a recovering.
That's another one. Yeah, exactly. Anytime you're trying to do affirmations, if I'm going to your house and getting affirmations,
Like, bro, what are you doing?
It's weird. This is where the religious
Yeah.
side of
Right.
things kind of get weird
He's like,
sometimes.
hey man, in moderation, everything's cool.
Like, where's the coke? Where's the coke? I saw you sign. Where's the coke?
Oh my goodness.
You do cocaine, sir.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we
Tell by
have
the
reached
samurai swords on your wall.
the end of the show.
Is it? Is that what?
That's it.
That's it.
It's over with. Tournament of Pop
Time
Culture
flies,
Champion. Training Day.
Whoop, whoop. Give it up a training day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want to thank Jason Call for being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I want to thank our guest, Jonathan
changing the
May.
Absolutely.
Thank
Great
you
time.
so much for being on the show.
Great time. I'll see you soon.
We appreciate all of you out there who listen to us on WIBH or KYRO every single week. You can check us out 1 to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on KYRO, newsradio, KYRO.com. And that's going to do it for us on this episode of The Q. Check us out at theknow.com. Old episodes, new episodes, and everything in between. A little bit about myself, these guys, and all the fun stuff that we do out there. Stay safe.
Yes.
Be good. And be good to each other. We'll see you guys on The Q. The Q now.